and gets into full swing. What can you make for your guests that might be a little different?
Emily Love from Make Food Lovely is back in our kitchen to show us some individual charcuterie items for your next gathering. Emily, it is so good to see you.
I know, we've missed you.
You guys have missed you too.
And not a lot of stuff here, but it's so beautiful.
Thank you.
It's really incredible. It's like a little mini charcuterie board.
Yes, we're going micro.
Micro.
We're going micro.
It's like the Tiny Chef, right? Have you seen the Tiny Chef?
But it's so beautiful. Everybody at the table can get one of these.
Yep, it's all just for themselves. They don't have to share, and they don't have to worry about everyone else touching their food.
It's perfect. I love it.
And especially, you know, in the summer, like the food likes to sweat a little bit. So if you have like your own individual plate, or you know, I don't know, what do you call this?
That's a tapas. If you think about like where Spanish tapas came from,
it's like you're more inclined to want to eat your portion, and maybe you don't overeat too, right?
Where do you get something as cute as this?
So I got those on Amazon. I call it's little charcuterie cloches, and I think they're so sweet. They're so darling. They're excessive, honestly. Like, let's be real. They're a little extra, and like you would have to really want to invest in one of these in order to be like, this is my plan for my party.
Be our guest. Be our guest.
Exactly. Right? And again, we just like tiny things so much. I think Alice in Wonderland did that to all of us when she ate the tiny cookies.
Exactly.
We love tiny things. So this is just a table full of tiny things.
Love it. So here you have some wine, and then these little tapas toppers that you put on top.
So if you were at a party and you had this, you could walk around with it, and then you take it, you put it down, you take a sip, and then you can put it back on, and then you also know that it's yours and that no one has touched your drink at all. So it's a great option. And then these are really great, just individual charcuterie cups. So they have a little bit more food, but these are things that I offer sometimes to clients who might say like, oh, well, I want a full table runner of food, and you're like, really? When's your wedding? And they're like, middle of July, and I want it outside on the beach, and you're like, that's going to be a fondue board by the time it comes, and covered in sand.
Oh my
gosh. This gives everyone their own single serving.
Oh my gosh! So in here you have the meat, you have the apricots, the fruit, the cheese, honey, and some stroopwafels.
Yes.
Wow.
And then there's like nuts and dried fruit at the bottom, too. So
so cute.
So how do you construct this?
Okay, so you guys are going to construct.
Nicole is going to construct this.
Nicole is going to construct this. So I have I have two different cheeses for you. We're going to make a little wine glass topper. So I'll give you this guy.
Thank you.
And these, listen, we're not doing the 4th hour. You guys aren't, I'm not feeding you alcohol first thing in the morning. These are a probiotic soda because...
Oh, that's too bad.
Because hotties take their probiotics.
I knew it looked fishy. I was like, that is not wine.
That looks like a health drink.
That is something weird.
That is medicine. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, the first step is we're gonna make a little salami rosette.
Okay.
So we've done salami rose in the past. This is just on a micro level. So you're gonna take these two and just fold them in half like a hot dog bun. And then starting at the end, roll it up like you would roll up a sleeping bag.
Oh, that's so clever. I love this. Every time we do this, I love it. You go, Nicole.
And then you have your little toothpick, and you want to make sure, it goes through the seam of one to the other.
Now, do all your toothpicks say love on them?
They don't, but this one was actually,
that's
long story. It's funny because today's actually a fun anniversary. My 5-year-old, it's his last day of being with my parents full time. And he's getting ready for kindergarten, so it's an end of an era of my mom watching my boys for 7 years. And that was actually her retirement present when she left her previous job as an English as a second language teacher. So this was still from her party 7 years ago.
I love it. You're finding a way to repurpose it.
We're finding a way to repurpose it. And
just like Ehrlich, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's great.
Yeah, you find wonderful things in old things. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some of the cheese and put it on the platter.
Okay.
Are these good to go? Like, eat-wise?
Yeah, you want to have a little nosh while we're doing this?
Look at him.
So then these are little boursin bites. I love boursin, the dip. And now they have them in the tiny little bites.
Okay, put that over there.
These are little saluminis, so it's kind of like one of those chomped jerky bars. So it has 9 grams of protein in it, so if anyone's looking for like a high protein snack, it's a great one.
In this alone?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
All right, and then we're gonna have little dried apricot, put that in there. And then you can stick your kind of skewer in the middle.
Okay.
Yep. Find a place for it. It ends up being like Lego. Yep, put the little grapes on. And then this is a viola, which is an edible flower. You know what's fun about edible flowers? They taste like wet paper, but they're beautiful. So you can just put them on there. Yeah, and then just place it on your little kombucha topper.
So cute.
All right,
So
now,
good.
you teach classes of this?
I do. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so I do cheese board making workshops across the state. You come, you show up. It's usually at a winery or a brewery. I have some though that are coming up.
So you go to them?
I go to them. Yep.
Wow.
And I have a few ones that are coming up. There's one at All Love Candles in Manchester, so you'll get to make your own candle as well as a charcuterie board.
How fun.
And then I have one coming up at Perennial, which is in downtown Manchester. It's a flower shop, so you're going to make your own flower arrangement. We're going to use the perennial fresh flowers to put all over it. And I teach for about an hour, and everyone leaves with their own cheese board and some fun tips and tricks for how to.
How awesome.
Post during
And
the
they get
summer.
to meet you.
Oh, yeah, what a joy.
She's full of love.
So much
You're
fun.
lovely.
Full of hosting love.
Thank you, Scott.
And how can we follow you on Instagram? Because you have so many other great
This
ideas,
cheese
tips,
is
and tricks too
amazing.
for
Thank
hosting
you.
on there.
So I'm on @MakeFoodLovely. You can find me on Instagram or on Facebook. I have a lot of tips and tricks. I've been really into ice lately, so if you want to know fun ways how to make your ice cubes a little bit
that.
fancier too. So, but yeah, and then also lots of ideas about ways to make charcuterie mini this summer.
Well, we love you, Emily. Love. Thank you so much.